Back in the tank, Gil caught Nemo looking at his damaged fin. "My first escape," he said. He told Nemo he had tried to jump into the toilet. "All drains lead to the ocean, kid," said Gil. Soon, the first phase of the escape plan was in motion. Nemo swam into the filter tube and jammed a pebble inside, but it didn't hold. As Nemo swam back down the plastic tube, he began to be sucked back towards the filter's deadly blades. The gang quickly used a plastic plant to pull Nemo out just in time. Gil felt terrible. Not only had his escape plan failed, but he had put Nemo's life in danger. Meanwhile, some sea turtles had rescued Marlin and Dory. "Taken on the jellyfish? Awesome!" exclaimed Crush, a surfer turtle. Dory played hide and seek with some baby turtles, including Crush's son, Squirt. Crush encouraged his children to be adventurous. He thought it taught them important lessons. Marlin wondered if he had been too protective of Nemo. The baby turtles had lots of questions for Marlin. He told them all about his search for Nemo. Soon, the story was being passed across the ocean from turtle to fish to lobster to swordfish to dolphin to pelican to Nigel. "Your dad's been fighting the entire ocean looking for you," Nigel told Nemo. "My father?" Nemo asked. "Really?" Nigel nodded his head. "Word is, he's headed this way to Sydney." Nemo was inspired by his dad's bravery. To his friend's horror, Nemo darted into the filter again, but this time he successfully jammed it. All the fish cheered. Before long, the tank gang was swimming in slimy green water. But they couldn't have been happier. Dr. Sherman was going to have to clean the tank before Darla arrived. Out in the ocean, Marlin and Dory had said goodbye to the turtles and been accidentally swallowed by a blue whale. Inside the whale, Marlin was frantic. "I have to find my son," he cried. Suddenly, the water level in the whale's mouth began to lower, and the whale let out a loud groan. "He says it's time to let go," said Dory. For once, Marlin did as he was told. Suddenly, the whale spouted out the two fish right into Sydney Harbour. The pair searched for the diver's boat, but couldn't find it. That same morning, Nemo and his friends woke up to a clean tank. The dentist had installed a brand new filter while they were sleeping. "The escape plan is ruined," Bloat cried. Just then, Dr. Sherman walked through the door. The dentist fished Nemo out with a net and plopped him into a plastic bag. Nemo went belly up. His friends were shocked. "He's dead!" exclaimed Bloat. Little did they know that Nemo was faking it. Meanwhile, Marlin and Dory had been scooped up by a hungry pelican and dropped onto the dock. Luckily, Nigel was nearby. He heard Marlin exclaim, "I've got to find my son, Nemo!" Nigel instantly knew who Marlin was and wanted to help him. "Hop inside my mouth if you want to live," Nigel whispered. Nigel snatched up Marlin and Dory, filled his beak with water, and took off. The hungry seagulls followed, but Nigel played a trick on them. The seagulls flew right into a sail. Back at the dentist's office, Darla burst into the room wanting her new fish. Dr. Sherman thought Nemo was dead, so he hid him behind his back. Nemo winked at his friends. His plan was working. Just then, Nigel flew through the window into Marlin and Dory. In shock, the dentist dropped Nemo onto a tray. Marlin gasped. He saw Nemo in the bag and thought he was dead. Darla picked up Nemo's bag and shook it. The tank gang knew they had to do something. They launched Gil out of the fish tank's bubble volcano and onto Darla's head. She screamed and threw the bag up into the air. When it landed on the tray, Nemo came tumbling out. Gil flipped himself onto the tray beside Nemo. "Tell your dad I said hi," he said. Then Gil smacked his tail on a dental mirror, catapulting Nemo over Dulla's waiting hands and into the sink. The little fish escaped down the drain. Back in the harbour, Nigel dropped Dory and Marlin into the sea. Marlin was heartbroken. He thanked Dory for her help and sadly said goodbye. Dory would miss Marlin terribly. He had become like family to her. Meanwhile, Nemo rode the rapids through a water treatment plant. When he finally came out, he was greeted by 2 hungry crabs. Nemo quickly swam away. He had no idea that his dad was so nearby. Nemo soon met Dory. At first, she had no memory of who he was. When she finally did remember, Dory knew she had to reunite Nemo with his dad straight away. The crabs told her that Marlin had gone to the fishing grounds. Dory and Nemo finally found Marlin, but there was no time to celebrate. A net swept up Dory along with a huge school of fish. Nemo bravely plunged into the net and told the fish to swim downwards. His plan worked. The net broke open and all the fish escaped. Marlin found Nemo pinned beneath the heavy net. To his enormous relief, his son's eyes fluttered open. Nemo was going to be all right. Marlin finally realized that even though Nemo was a little fish, he was capable of doing very big things. A few weeks later, Marlin and all his new friends showed up at Nemo's school. Nemo gave Marlin a big hug before heading off with his class. It was time for a new adventure. Meanwhile, the tank gang had finally managed to break the new filter, forcing Dr. Sherman to clean the tank. They had made their daring escape and were now floating in Sydney Harbour. There was just one problem. How were they going to get out of those bags? Thanks for watching, everyone. You can hit like and subscribe for more videos. Now stay tuned, because coming up soon is Finding Dory. Make sure you hit like and subscribe for more videos. See you next time. Bye.